Welcome to my hair care routine. So I'm so excited to share this with you guys because it's been a little hot minute since I've given you an updated hair care and a lot has changed. I've switched up my products completely. I've really been trying to use cleaner products all around from skincare, hair, and let me tell you, it has been a journey finding a good clean shampoo, especially because you guys know I only wash my hair once a week, so my hair gets super oily. And oh my god, I tried like so many different cleaner shampoos and they were not cleaning my hair properly. I literally would have greasy hair after my shower, after blow drying. I'm like blow drying and I'm like, why is my hair still oily? And that would be after a good 3 to 4 times, like triple shampooing it. So it took a while to find good clean products that work. But I finally have my faves that I love. So I'm gonna share with you guys my entire hair care routine from in the shower to afterwards, how to get this very quick, easy, I would say 10 to 15 minute kind of like straight blowout vibe that I have going on. So a little backstory on my hair. It has not been easy, y'all. So if you follow me for a while, then you know I used to have pitch black hair. Like I'm talking black, 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 okay? And then I randomly decided one day I wanted dark brown hair, which obviously required bleaching. So I tried to, or my sister attempted to bleach my hair by ourselves, and it was quite literally the worst thing that ever happened. Basically, long story short, I messed up my hair really bad and I ended up having to bleach it like 3 times just to get the black out. And it was a whole spiel, a whole story. Comment down below if you guys have been following me since then, because that was a journey. But I ended up damaging my hair a lot. Like my hair was so dry and fried afterwards, and I was like, okay, no, I need to repair my hair and I need to fix this. So I was able to repair my hair, get rid of that damage, and it's obviously so much healthier now. Since we're talking about color, I get asked what my hair color is all the time. I actually just recently colored it with the Ion 6A and I mixed 7A. However, I do think next time I'm gonna go a little darker. I know that if I go a little darker, then I'll be able to get a little bit more warmth out of my hair. I color it myself. It's just easy, it's convenient. I can stay home, I don't have to leave the house, and it is way more affordable, so it works for me. I also get asked all the time how my hair is so long, and there's a few different things that I do that I think makes the biggest difference, which I will share with you guys throughout the hair care routine, that I feel like helps my hair grow faster, but also just grow healthy, because your hair can grow, but you want it to grow in thick and healthy and full and strong. So I will share that with you guys throughout the hair care routine. Besides dealing with the damage of my hair after bleaching, I've also dealt with a lot of hair loss. For those of you who follow me, then you know that I have hypothyroidism, which has negatively impacted my hair for a while. I was literally losing like clumps and clumps of hair, but after getting that sorted and now I'm on my medication, I no longer am losing as much hair. So my hair is finally growing back in just nice and thick, and I'm not losing clumps of it every time I brush. So thanks to that. But vitamin D has also been a huge lifesaver for me. In the process of finding out that I had a thyroid issue, I obviously did a lot of blood work, and I also discovered that I was vitamin D deficient, which I've talked about here on my channel. And it made a lot of sense because vitamin D deficiency also affects hair loss. And like I said, I was losing hair like crazy, and this was before postpartum, and then on top of it I had obviously postpartum hair loss. So it has not been easy, you guys, but this hair care routine has been keeping my hair just healthy and strong. So aside from my hair being my favorite way to purge in self-care, it's obviously is super important to make sure that you're taking care of your mental health as well. So that brings me to today's sponsor, BetterHelp. With BetterHelp, they make therapy accessible and affordable to everyone, which I think is so important. It's online and it's remote. I love that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. You guys know me, I'm a homebody, and I feel like especially when you're discussing your mental health and any trauma that you've been through, you want to be like in the comfort of your own home. Like I feel like that's how I'm the most comfortable. So I've loved BetterHelp. I was super transparent with you guys about how hard the postpartum period was for me, and honestly I still struggle. I still have days when the anxiety really gets to me because I am a new mom, so I'm constantly worrying. Before I had Kylo, I struggled with anxiety, and it's honestly even more now. So with BetterHelp, I feel like it's amazing because you can fill out a questionnaire. They find a therapist that perfectly suits your situation, that'll suit your personality, and if you don't like that therapist and you're really not vibing with them, you can switch therapists at no additional cost, and it won't affect your situation or anything like that, because I think it's super important. You need to find a therapist that you vibe with, you know what I mean? Because you can't just talk to anybody, let's be real. So I love that about BetterHelp. They really take pride in matching you with someone that you're gonna actually connect with and vibe with. So if any of you want to sign up with BetterHelp, you can use my link to get 10% off your first month of therapy. So I'll leave that down below in the description box. And with that being said, let's get into my hair care routine. All right, so it is time to wash this hair. I'm actually going on 7 days now, which is typical for me. So I wash my hair once a week. So I'll show y'all how greasy it is. Actually, surprisingly, this week it's not as greasy. I think because I've had my hair up all week, but this is 7-day hair. It is pretty greasy, to be honest. Before getting in the shower, I always brush my hair first. It's so important because the last thing you want to do is get in the shower with tangled hair. Not only is it going to make it harder for you to brush your hair after the shower, but your shampoo, conditioner, hair mask, all of that is not even going to be able to get properly distributed throughout your hair because it's going to be so tangled. You can also cause a lot of damage just because if your hair is already tangled and then it's wet and you're trying to brush it while it's wet, you can cause a lot of damage. So I always brush my hair before I get in. So I mentioned that I only wash my hair once a week, and honestly that is one of my biggest tips to have healthy long hair. I truly believe it's one of the main reasons why my hair grows so rapidly. Like I'll cut my hair and already in like 2 months it grows like a couple inches. I'm not even joking. I truly believe it's because I do not wash my hair often. Your scalp produces natural oils that are so healthy for your hair, and the best thing you can do for your hair is allow your hair to absorb it and get all of that goodness that your scalp produces naturally. Rather than washing it every day or even every other day, it can really dry out your hair. So this is one of my biggest tips. I actually learned that from my hairdresser years ago when I was younger. She told me that I shouldn't really be washing my hair often. Ever since then, I have not looked back since because my hair has been shinier, healthier, and just looks so much better. And like I said, grows a lot faster. So, all right, it's time to wash this hair. I love this Briogeo shampoo. This hair care routine is not sponsored by them, but Briogeo, shout out to you. Reach out to me, please. But I love this shampoo. Most of the ingredients are naturally derived and it cleans my hair so well. I love using this scalp massager that I got on Amazon. It's so easy to hold and it just makes sure to really get in your scalp, get all those oils out. Since I only wash my hair once a week, this is super important. So I always double cleanse and I love using an exfoliating shampoo. This one is amazing. It truly exfoliates and cleans my scalp really well. But I use this about once to twice a month. On the other days, I'll just use the regular shampoo and just shampoo twice. In order for your hair to grow healthy, you need a healthy scalp. So exfoliating is key. I use a hair mask every single time I wash my hair. I specifically do it after I shampoo before conditioner. I love this one. It does have a tiny bit of fragrance in it, which you guys know I usually like to avoid, but it's the last ingredient, so it's likely a very small amount. I like to make sure I brush it through my hair, starting from the bottom and working my way up. I make sure to apply it all over and spread it evenly throughout my hair. I like to let that mask sit in my hair for a few minutes and then rinse it out. For conditioner, I always apply it only to the ends of my hair. You definitely don't want to apply it to the root. I'll tend to do like mid to ends because if you apply it to your root, it's definitely going to weigh down your hair, especially if you naturally have very oily hair and oily scalp like I do. I usually only let the conditioner sit for just about a minute or so before rinsing it out. Okay, so as you can see, I always wrap my hair in a towel after the shower, and I never rub my hair. You never want to do that because you're going to cause a lot of breakage and damage. So I always just pat it dry, and I try to let my hair air dry as much as possible. I know there's like a lot of debate on like what's the healthiest and least damaging, letting your hair air dry or blow drying your hair. There's a lot of debate about that. To be honest with you, I've always air dried my hair, and there's times when I blow dry it as well. For example, today I'm opting for blow drying it. So I don't think it's a matter of like what's better. I just think you have to take care of your hair overall. But I love that my hair is already semi like brushed out because of just how hydrating that mask is, and obviously brushing it out in the shower. The first thing I do when I get out of the shower is apply a leave-in conditioner. I love this one from Briogeo because of how clean the ingredients are. It's definitely a much cleaner option than a lot of other leave-ins, and it leaves my hair super soft, but you definitely don't want to put more than like 4-ish sprays. Depending on how long your hair is, you really don't need it much, and I always apply it on the ends only. I like parting my hair in a middle part, so it's the first thing that I will do. And when I brush out my hair, I'll always start from the bottom. In the past, I would start all the way from the top, but it's super damaging and you can risk breaking your hair. So always start from the bottom and just kind of work your way up. But the best part about that hair mask, it leaves your hair so silky that look how easy that was to brush out. Like I barely even needed to. Anytime I'm lazy and I skip that hair mask, I'm telling you, it's so hard to like brush my hair afterwards. My hair will be so tangly throughout the week, but that hair mask just leaves my hair so silky. So this has been my favorite blow dryer. It's so lightweight. Like it literally feels like I am carrying a feather. So I like to make sure I blow dry my hair on cool and not warm or hot. The reason why is because it will create a lot of frizz if you use warm or any sort of heat. It honestly makes sense because think about it, your hair is wet, and anytime you mix moisture with heat, it's going to create humidity, which is going to create frizz in your hair. So that was like the biggest game changer for me. I used to blow dry my hair all the time with heat, and then I would be confused why my hair was frizzy and I had like flyaways all over the place. So that is a huge tip of mine to make sure you have frizz-free hair, is to blow dry your hair with the cool setting on your blow dryer. And then when you style your hair, you can use heat, like when you want to blow it out or whatever, but I will first use the cool setting. Once my hair is dried with the cool air, I will go in and style it. I like to part it in two just to like make it quicker. I don't try to part it into too many sections because it'll just take longer, you know? So I use this Shark, I forgot what it's called, but I do like it. I honestly think the Revlon brush is great as well. Obviously the Revlon doesn't have like the other head attachments that you can put on it. So, but yeah, in terms of the brush, I also like the Revlon one. I just had it in my studio and this one was in my bathroom, so it was easier. I didn't want to walk to my studio. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and kind of just do a super quick little blowout with the warm setting. So I literally only use 2 drops of this oil. You do not want to put too much. Even like my hair being so long, the max I've ever used is 3. You only need 1 to 2 drops usually. And I'll just spread it around the ends of my hair. I'll never go past the middle of my hair. I'm telling you, the best thing you can do for your hair, like the healthiest thing you can do for your hair, is stop using all of the hair oils they sell at these expensive ass stores, because they're so filled with fillers and just all these horrible ingredients. Like they're not natural. The best thing you can do is get yourself a natural oil for your hair type. It depends like what type of hair you have. For me, if you're like me and you have hair that isn't super thick, like it's a little bit on the finer side, then you need an oil that's super lightweight. So I love jojoba oil. This is also really good for your body. So it's cheaper, more affordable, healthier, natural. Like, hello, this is the obvious answer here. It's just the best. I love just using a natural oil on my hair. If you have thicker hair, then you can use a little bit of a thicker oil, or if you have, let's say, type 4 hair or type 3 hair, you could use shea butter. You could use just different oils for like depending on what your hair type is, because you definitely don't want to use an oil that's too thick because it will weigh down your hair. So I used to use the Way matte pomade to kind of like put down my baby hairs, but I wasn't a fan of the ingredients in that one. This is the John Masters Organics hair paste, and it has a medium hold. I love the ingredients in this one. It's a much cleaner option and it's really good. So I just take a little bit of that, basically like this matte paste. It's almost just like a little dry and sticky, and I just put that right there to tame any flyaways, and it's not gonna make your hair greasy. I actually love this for my brows as well. This also doubles and works great as like a styling cream to kind of keep your style in, but I usually use it just more for the flyaways.